Hi, netizens, wherever you are, there are many world leaders who should be examples, one of whom is the most spirited figure to motivate all of our lives. Who is he? He is Tom Cruise. Follow me.
Tom Cruise's inspirational story, Living Poor and Bullied. The pressure of a person's life can be about many things, from social status to how he is accepted or not in his environment. But do you know that often painful things come first from the family? Not a few children who experience problems with themselves start from their family environment. Is that also called a broken home? Low self-confidence, unsure of one's own abilities, and other things that make oneself seem to allow others to bully them. Tom Cruise, who we know today as the star of the Mission Impossible film series and loved by many women, because of his good looks, also experienced difficult times that started with his family. It's almost the same as the inspiring story of Christina Aguilera, who experienced emotional scars since childhood because of her father's temperament, who liked to play with hands. But this time Tom himself experienced it. He often gets spanked by his father when he makes a mistake. So that in his mind was imprinted when he made a mistake, then people have the right to kick him. His biological father's upbringing was clearly not good for the development of little Tom's soul. He was often bullied at school because he felt inferior and looked innocent. Family are the people closest to us. But instead we do not develop well, not just a distance at home.
Everybody in the world blind. Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Because there are those who, even though they are in the same family, rarely talk until they grow up and don't feel close to their own siblings or siblings. Is this reasonable? Maybe we can discuss this family psychology more deeply in another article. As experienced by Tom Cruise, he feels insecure when he is at home. Automatically, he experienced difficult times when he was a child. He suffered physically and emotionally because his biological father, who was always easygoing, hit Tom when he was angry. Being born in a poor family keeps his family big, wears wrong shoes, mixes wrong with people because of different accents, and he looks different physically because of his crooked teeth. Her self-doubt made it worse when she found out that she was having a hard time studying at school. He couldn't understand the text quickly, and it was discovered that his feet and head hurt when he learned to read. It could be that the result of dyslexia is that Tom also experiences psychosomatic, physical pain caused by mental stress. But none of his family members could help him study. Everyone is busy with their own affairs, and their parents are busy making a living. Especially after his parents divorced and his mother had to raise 4 children, including Tom, as a single parent. Tom also has to help make a living by taking whatever jobs he can do, such as mowing grass, cleaning leaves on the street, selling Christmas greeting cards, etc. He started working at a young age when he was 8 years old.
I would pray for you, I'd go and misbehave just so you'd notice too. Sneaking looks up and down from across the room. And damn, what a hell of a view. I feel good, you look great, I like you, I can't wait. A first time, a first date.
Tom has to work to earn a living for his family, but don't forget to set aside his income for savings and use it to watch movies. Even on Christmas Day, he and his family could not buy gifts, so each family member had to write a poem to present as a Christmas gift. When he was in high school, Tom aspired to become a pastor or pastor. However, he became interested in acting when there was a play at his school, and his teacher was very supportive if Tom became an actor in the future. At the age of 18, Tom dropped out of school and chose to go to New York to audition for his desire to become an actor. At that time, he only pocketed $500, so that in order to survive in New York, Tom took part-time cleaning restaurant tables. Poor and bullied youths grow up to be actors. In the end, Tom succeeded in playing characters in several films, and in 1993 Tom succeeded in starring in a comedy film entitled Risky Business. Then Tom was also chosen to star in the movie Top Gun. And this film was the turning point in his life. He became known as a successful Hollywood actor. In 1996, he was offered to play the character Ethan Hunt in the Mission Impossible film series. Thanks to this film, Tom Cruise is known as an international actor. Tom is no longer the kid who used to live in poverty, work odd jobs, and clean restaurant tables in order to survive. But today's Tom Cruise is what we know as a Hollywood movie star. Tom Cruise is now one of the most popular and most expensive actors in Hollywood. His films have grossed over $10 billion worldwide, making him one of the biggest film stars in history. At nearly 60 years of age and with a career spanning 41 years, Tom Cruise has left an indelible mark on his industry that is hard to match. The lesson from Tom Cruise's inspirational story is how he tries to get through every difficulty that occurs in his life. Blaming the situation, let alone blaming others, is not the right way to get out of trouble. When you feel difficulties in life, you can always choose: want to drown in your problems or swim through them and solve them.